So this book was requested to us a while ago on Instagram by Raz, and we're just gonna jump into it because maybe this conversation could be long. Maybe.
I feel like it's going to be. I feel like I have a bone to pick with this lady for taking my identity.
What are you talking about? Wait, what lady?
The creator of this book.
So the book is Akarnae by Lynette Noni. Mm-hmm. Did I already say that? I don't remember.
Yes.
You think that she zapped into your brain and stole this idea from you?
She stole my cringy jokes, and seeing them actually implemented is like, no, those were meant for my mind palace. Like they were meant to be out in the world. So
were they like in your diary or something? Like do we have proof?
I burned the diary.
It's long gone.
I'm scared I'll get sued.
Oh shit. Well, point for Lynette, I guess. I guess she beat you.
No. I just, as a mortal girl in the mortal world,
of course,
I never thought my jokes would make it all the way to Medora.
Of course. Yeah, Medora, this world that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, which is exactly like our world, except
a little different,
just a little spicier, just a little.
I don't even think they speak English though. So
no, they do.
No, they don't.
They do.
No, they don't.
No, they speak Medora English. Dude,
don't you remember that he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
wait.
I'm speaking this language.
I understand what you're saying. I understand and I respect you and I love you. This is going to be a long episode. I feel it in my bones. Do you think ranting about this lady who took my identity is going to fix our lives?
I think so, yeah. Maybe. Well, I think the conversation will be fun, at least.
I hope so. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time, Medora edition. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I think this book was popping when it came out. I think.
What gives you that impression?
Because it feels like it would, but it depends when it came out. If it came out back in the heyday, it was. If it came out yesterday, no one's heard of it.
I'm only asking you because I had never heard of this book before, so neither. I don't know if it is popular.
Wait, how many people?
I had just never heard of it before.
Okay, wait, let's do a little bit of research. How many people have read it?
How are we gonna know that?
I'm gonna see how many reviews it has.
Oh.
What's it called again?
Akarnae.
Oh my god. Akarnae. You had the same.
I love how we're saying it like that because my brain immediately fills in the blank. Akarnae asada.
I hope it ends like this whole series. Just them having a carne asada.
I hope.
Guys, get over here. ¿Quién trajo el sazonador? Okay, let me see. Who brought the seasoning? 2015. Oh. Kind of late into the game, but
2015?
That was pre-COVID.
Well, that was me rating it.
Giving it a 5 out of 5. I think 2015. This was like the end of Twilight, of course. Way at the end. Harry Potter had already ended by then too. 2015.
But what about the movies though?
That was because start of college, so I think the movies were still coming out. Too.
Okay, because also you didn't say how many people reviewed this. Did you say that?
Around 11K.
Almost 12K ratings.
Yeah. I think it did pop off.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh, we gotta watch what we're saying.
Everything that I said that was negative, I was joking.
That's okay, we'll just cut it out. This is a 2-minute video. I just feel like this woman has gone into my brain. She took all my jokes that I sometimes think about and I'm like, should I implement it? And I never do.
When you say your jokes, do you mean like your current jokes or your jokes when you were younger?
When I was younger.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was dumber.
And funnier.
Dude, I kind of was. I kind of ate back then. But I just think that everything in my mind that I knew was cringy, I put away in a dark little box in my mind. And she just came in the night one day and scooped it out. And it's on paper now. And I was a little horrified.
Oh my God, dude. I'm sure you were so scared, so traumatized.
I know. This was during my love for Harry Potter. which is crazy to say. I feel like people, I don't know if you feel the same way. People online will deny they've read Harry Potter.
I've
or just
never
be
read
like,
Harry Potter.
No, exactly what I'm saying.
You're like Exhibit A.
No, what I mean is like they're acting as if they never read it because they hate J.K. Rowling. We can't just dismiss a part of our history.
You're right. You can't rewrite history.
Yeah, I did read it and I was so into it. It was before I knew how much of a not great lady she was.
Yeah, and she still continues to not be a great lady because did you hear little tangent?
What did she do?
So there's
What'd she do this time?
So allegedly there's going to be a TV series for Harry Potter. And it did come out that J.K. Rowling will have say on who is going to be in the film. So now people are saying, "Oh, damn. There's going to be no trans actors." Yeah. Which of course I hope there will be, but
is she going to pull people from the film because there were people that were like very
I think it's going to be a whole new thing. I don't
Okay, cuz I was going to say there were known characters that I know did not agree with her.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to be a whole new cast.
Okay. She's a lot. She's a lot. But I do think that those books did kickstart a lot of things for people who like reading or writing. And to me, it kickstarted my whole... Dude, I was a fucking wizard. I was so fucking into it from 2009 when I was still a little baby to when I graduated high school. I was like... That was my whole life. I was still into it when we had met. Which is crazy because I had to put her in the closet. I put her away.
I don't remember you ever bringing it up, though.
I didn't.
You never brought it up.
Which is funny because I don't know if you remember, but in our high school where the library was at, people could just, because it was still on campus, but it was like you could walk in and then walk out. So before I would go home at the end of the day, I would always go to the library and sneak in a chapter or two and then leave. Because I had those books on me, dude. I had them on me and I was always reading them.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that was my life. But I do think because of Harry Potter, so many like academia type books started coming out. And this kind of feels like one of those that saw Harry Potter and was like, I could do that shit. And like I said, took my teenage jokes of my mind and put them on paper. And this was a really hard read for me because of that.
But you loved it though, right?
Because I ate it up.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not even kidding. You ever watch something that you just fucking hate, but you hate it so much and you dissect it because of how much you hate it, and you're like, oh no, I became the number one fan. I know everything.
I think that's more of your thing.
I think it is, and I don't know how to stop it. So please, in the comments below, please help me. I don't know how
Send
to
some help.
So let's just start off with our main character.
The beginning.
Okay,
so it starts off with Alex.
Oh, by the way, we are going to spoil the fuck out of this book.
Oh, yeah. So if you have been wanting to read this and you don't want spoilers, maybe go read it and then come back here.
Or maybe pretend that you read it and tell your friends you read it and just kind of use what we say. Because we're very accurate.
Yeah. Historically accurate, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
So anyway, Alex is our main character. And I believe she is 16 years old at the beginning of this book.
Yes.
And she's on the phone with her parents. And basically her parents
weren't there?
No, they're in the flight.
You're right. They're about to leave.
They're about to be on a flight to take them. I forgot where. I think Europe. I don't remember. But they're archaeologists.
Yes.
Her parents. And she is in a car ride, like in an Uber, kind of. And in this conversation, her parents are like, we're so sorry you couldn't come with us. But, we've been traveling so much. It's not fair that you have never had a stable school life. So we want you to just stay in this boarding school while we go be archaeologists. And you're going to love it there. You're going to love it there.
Okay, I already had a few issues with the beginning of this book.
Oh, already?
First of all, you being my medicine girly, Valium? Is that what the mom took?
Yes.
With alcohol?
Yes, I know.
Wouldn't that kill a man?
She literally even said, I shouldn't be taking this, but that she really hates flights.
Really bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. And I was over here like, are we making this a joke?
I think so. I think it was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, the whole mom.
Because then she was really loopy, and I don't remember what she was saying, but it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah, supposed to be. Like I said.
And then I thought it was weird how the mom was like, all right, love you, bye. And then the dad took the phone but hung up. I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know.
Dad?
I don't know why, but I feel like if that were my parents, my dad would take the phone and be like, okay, mija, love you.
Yes.
Love you so much.
Call him back.
Call me when you're, I don't know.
Dad, I don't know if you noticed. Sorry, it's me again. You kind of forgot something. Oh, you're right. Hangs up again. No, yeah, her relationship with her parents
is so weird. And then also, I don't even think she thinks about them.
No.
Ever.
The thing is, when she does think about them throughout the story, because we kind of already mentioned, but this is going to be kind of like a fantasy story. But there are moments in the story where she's like, oh man, I wonder if my parents know I'm missing. Well, we weren't going to call each other much anyway. It's like phones still exist. They can call you when they're in Europe.
Yeah.
And knowing my parents, they'd be like, by the minutes, we got to call her.
Yeah. I thought that was so weird. And then when she would think about wanting to go back home, it would be more of a like, oh, I just miss home. It wasn't really, I miss my parents. It was just, I miss home.
Yeah. Okay, here's another thing. She's a very sociable girl. Alex is like...
But she's also socially awkward.
She's socially awkward, incredibly sociable. No one likes her, but apparently everyone has a crush on her because she's incredibly pretty. And, the list goes on. Yeah. Just a bunch of contradictions. Why did she have no friends?
I think because she moved around too much to make friends.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
But also, if we're already starting with her character, I did not like how she gave me such big pick-me vibes. Dude. Like, she's just like, I'm not like those other girls.
I agree with you. She was a pick-me girl through and through.
And then also the fact that there was absolutely no healthy girl relationship. No girlfriends. Dude. Zero girlfriends. So okay, hold on. Let me just start by saying that when she gets dropped off at this boarding school, she sees these two girls. They run up to her. They're like pretending like they want to help her. And then all of a sudden, one of them just pushes her into the fountain and they're just like laughing at her. And it's like, okay, so these girls are bullies because they're pretty girls?
Did women not support women in 2015?
I guess not.
Dude, women friendships are so important to me. So when a book does it right, I'm like, fuck yes. So the fact that she was only friends with guys, and then every single guy she was friends with, she'd be like, wow, guess everyone's a Greek god here.
Oh, yeah, the Greek god comparisons.
It's my mind came out, it spilled. So I'm just over here
so
like,
you also compare men to Greek gods.
Dude, that just feels like a joke I would make. And
it's not a joke, it's very serious.
Of course. But now I say Harry Styles. Can you imagine?
Also a Greek god, of course.
No, it's so cringy. It's so fan fiction from back then. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, this felt like a fan fiction.
From back then.
Because I also feel like certain things, I don't know how to describe it. Like, we did not need a play-by-play of every single day of this girl's life. I didn't give a fuck.
I was over here trying to read a book. Apparently, I went to school for a whole trimester. So
that's what it felt
I was stressed out for the test. Dude, this girl was always studying too. I'm just like, come on, do something. Oh, I know. I'll go to the library.
It's like, do something interesting. I'm so over it.
Else. So let's just start off with, she gets off the phone with her parents and she has her enrollment papers and she's like, okay, I'm going to this very regular school. But I think she gets there, she opens a door and she's immediately...
Well, first she went... Because I already said that they pushed her into the fountain. So she's soaking, wet, remember? So she gets out of the fountain. And I think somehow she sees the administrative building. I don't remember how.
Yeah.
But she goes over there and then the person in the front says, okay, just go to room 12 or whatever room it was. And then she walks in. Nobody's in there, which I thought was so weird.
Oh, it was room 420.
Of course.
I remember that because there was no joke made. And I'm like, really? Missed opportunity here, but okay.
Maybe she didn't steal this from your beautiful mind.
I know. She was so close. She was like, no, Cheli will catch it. So she did it.
I thought it was so fucking funny though, because she opens the door, and wasn't there another door that was open, and then it was like forest outside. So she walks, ends up falling. She's like falling for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To the point that when she splats on the ground, she's dry.
Oh
She's
my God. Love
completely
that.
dry.
I love that shit. Oh my God. It's like hair dry. Like no arrugas, no
Wrinkles.
Yeah. I fucking love that shit for her. So she's now in the forest and she's like, what the fuck? Okay. And this dude just comes out of the forest.
No, he was like just randomly standing there.
And dare I say, he kind of looked like a Greek god.
Kinda, just a
He
little
looked like a Greek god. What did you imagine him to look like?
A Greek god.
Thank you. So I imagined him. I don't even know what description they gave him, but I imagine like white hair.
Oh, me
you
too.
Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just an evil looking Greek god-like face.
What's that one manga? The one with the vampires. His name was Zero.
Yes.
And he had white hair.
Yes.
That's what I pictured him.
Okay.
I think Vampire Night.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
I think so. I'm putting that in my mind. That's who he is now.
Anyway, so when he sees her, he's like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I found you here just as it was foretold. I would, quote, a chance meeting in the forest of greeting, their destinies will be bound as one. Don't you see, Alexandra? See what? You are to be my salvation. I'll give you some time to settle in and learn how to use your power, and then I shall come for you, Alexandra. Together, we will rule all of Medora. And then he disappears.
She's like, what the fuck was that?
And I love how she just doesn't really take that in, you know? She's kind of just like, whatever. I saw a hot man, whatever.
It just makes me so angry because it's like, when she eventually does tell people about this meeting,
which is way later,
it just doesn't occur to her. But when she eventually does, and they're like, "Well, what did he say?" And it's like, I don't know. He was just being creepy. And it's like, you're not gonna mention this guy told me I was his salvation, and I'm a little fucking scared.
Also, I was terrified at the fact that it said they were bound together. Yeah. I was like, wait. I remember I texted you as soon as I got to this part because I was like, I'm really scared because she's only 16 and I don't want this to be a romance between them.
Okay, that's who you were talking about.
Yeah, who did you think I was talking about?
Dude, her weird relationship with her teacher, Carter.
Oh, yeah. That's another one.
There was a lot of adults, actually, that kind of pushed the boundaries of teacher and student. Mm. And so it really disgusted me. But whatever. She is in the forest. He leaves, and she's like, Medora, I don't know what the fuck that is. And then these two boys...
I pictured that these two boys literally just like rolled down a tree and just rolled in front of her like fucking Sonic or something.
Dude, yes. How did you picture them to look? I pictured them to be
brunette and a blonde. I don't know, just like whatever.
Dude, I know what to explain them. I pictured them to be like mirror image of each other, like twins? one of them sneezes, the other one sneezes at the same time.
Really?
Yes, I thought they were at first, but these two boys whose names are Jordan and Bear come down. It's like, girls here, what the heck, what are you doing here?
Pretty girls right here in front of us. That's so chill.
That's
cool.
so chill. But I'm not attracted to her or anything.
Yeah, no,
that's
not.
Yeah, that's weird. So welcome to Medora, because you say that, which is weird.
Yeah, that was so weird. And I also hated that Alex was just so bad at reactions.
Yeah,
like they explained to her, oh, you're from this world, right? Well, now you're in Medora, which is like another world, and like blah blah blah. And she was just like, oh, okay.
You know what I would have liked though, because you don't just say we're in Medora. Because that's like saying, oh, if you saw someone that was confused, it's like, where am I? You're not going to say, well, this is Earth.
Yeah.
But what? You're not, that's weird. So I wish there was a moment where it was like, oh, where are we? And they say the city they're in or the town. It's like, oh, that's not in this place. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What place are you from? And then it goes from there. To me, that's just like a weird, this ain't Earth.
It almost felt like everyone was just kind of expecting her. But I guess they kind of were because of the enrollment. I have no idea. I'm very confused.
But Jordan and Bear didn't know who she was. They just found her and they told her, well, you're in Medora. That means you come from the other place. Huh? Weird, huh? And they were so okay with it, even though no one has ever heard of anyone coming from this place. But then she was like, but now I have a lot of questions. How do you know English if England doesn't exist?
Which I was like, okay, that's a fair question. Because what the fuck?
But they were like, no, this is our language. This is called this. And there's like, oh.
But how are you understanding me? And it's like, I don't know. we just do. I don't know. It kind of gave me the vibes of like the book, The Ice Planet Barbarians, when she just gets like the chip into her and then she just automatically understands and can speak the language.
But I would have preferred that and something magical and not just that. It's just like that.
It's just chill.
No, it's just like that.
How did the powers come up again? Do you remember?
So they were basically saying,
I think they asked her, like,
what's yours? What's your potential?
What's your ability or something?
Yeah. And then she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, for example, I am a charmer. Bear was. And she was like, what do you mean you're a charmer? And Bear's like, here, check this out. I bet you're hungry, right? You're just a hungry little bitch.
You're just starved. Or, when's the last time you ate? Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
You see that juicy chocolate right there, which is just fucking dirt.
Can I say something too? When she was like, what is the charm ability? And then he starts doing that. And in her mind, she's like, what the hell's going on? It's like, you just asked.
Yeah.
You just asked. So like, you should know, oh, this is his charm ability. Bitch was confused all the time. Dude, I was so angry at her. So she's over here getting charmed, picking up the dirt. And then she goes, hey,
she's
wait
about
a minute.
to eat it. But then she's like, I don't want to eat dirt. And throws it.
What did you do to me? And it's like, the charm ability.
Remember how I said it?
And
I just told you like 2 minutes ago.
Jordan was, I don't think he says his yet.
Well, first, Bear does explain to her that I can charm people into doing things, but if it's something that they would never do, then it won't work, which I thought was so stupid. Like, I don't understand. Then what's the point of having a charming ability?
Wait, hold on. So it's not an ability. You're just a charming guy. That's what it is.
Literally,
right?
yeah.
Wait, what was the other kid's ability? Invisibility? Oh, he can become intangible, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? You just get charming and he can fucking go through brick walls? That's crazy.
Is it that he's invisible or
he can go through things?
Oh, okay.
But I think to go through things, he has to go through space and time, so he becomes invisible.
I'm sorry.
And I'm charming.
If I were a Bear, I would be like, what the fuck? I'm pissed.
My mom said I had the best one.
Oh, but don't worry, because Bears is not the dumbest ability here.
Can I be honest? You're gonna tell me the abilities as we start talking about this. I don't remember shit about anyone else. To me, Jordan, Bear, and Alex, it felt like they were the only ones in the school, right?
Yeah,
and
I agree.
They walk around like, we're best friends. We're best friends.
No,
I'm your brother.
Immediately.
I'm your brother. Blood oath right now. Like, what the fuck?
Immediately from this moment in the forest, they were like, we're best friends. Best friends for life.
And it's funny because, okay, first of all, she goes to the administration building and Darius is there. Is it Darius or Jarvis? Jarvis is there. And he's like, the headmaster is currently out. So I know it's kind of weird that you're here, but I suggest maybe stay here until the headmaster comes back. Who better to show you the school than our star students, Jordan and Bear? Everyone knows Jordan and Bear. Come on.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that sounds great, Jarvis. And then, they send her on her way. And I think...
But I did think it was hilarious that Jarvis just accepted the enrollment papers that she was going to use in the other school. Yeah. That's why I was so confused. I was like, wait, was somebody already expecting her or not? I don't get it.
I would have liked if the person that was expecting her, which I think was the headmaster, I would have liked if there was a familial connection. Yeah. Like if there was just someone in her family who was like, I always knew you had something, Yeah. But
because how did she end up here? Was it just by chance?
Yeah, they said go to 420 and she went through 421.
She really did.
Shit.
420B.
fuck, I knew I should have picked the other door. No, but it's funny because Bear and Jordan are like, okay, we're going to show you around the buildings. Cut to fucking, first of all, 5 pages of lore of every fucking building. And I'm over here like, I'm driving. I can't take notes. But they're like, every building, but we're going to take you to the most important one.
No, but I thought it was so fucking funny how they were both like, oh God, I'm praying for you that you don't get roomed with DC because that would be so fucking bad.
Washington, D.C.
I know.
Okay. That would be so. Oh, no, but she does, right?
She does.
She gets roomed with DC, but they're like, no, but Jarvis is like, but I feel like you two will be friends. It's okay. So I leave that there. Okay. I want you to leave that fucking there because I want to talk about that shit later. So Jordan and Bear are like, we're going to take you to the most important building and take her to the fucking cafeteria.
I mean, they're boys. They're young boys. Of course, the cafeteria is the most important for them.
But I thought it was funny that I think at this point they eat and fucking, ¿cómo se llama? Alex is like, oh, Bear, I've only known you for half a day, but you're always eating.
I know! Dude, do you remember that scene where it said Bear ate 10 chocolate bars? Do you remember that?
Bear.
Because I was like, what the fuck?
So fucking slow down, man. That's not good for you.
Because I'm sure they were full-size chocolate bars. Not the mini ones. The full-size.
When I start getting anxious. Okay, that's fucking crazy. So
to me, it kind of felt like they were trying to fill these characters as like archetypes.
Yes.
I don't know how to describe it, but that's just like how I felt. Like there wasn't enough substance in these characters, in my opinion, even though this book was pretty long.
We had to automatically care for them because Alex did. And even like, I think it was after she gets to her room for the first night and DC's asleep, but she's there like, this is going to be hard letting go of Medora. And I'm just like,
she never thinks of it again though. So I'm just like, I guess it wasn't that hard.
Dude, it's funny though because like she's over here like, fuck, I fit in perfectly. She has no fucking gift, by the way. She doesn't know what her gift is. So she's like, oh no, I'm assimilating. So she's over here like, fuck, she had a lollipop test, which basically told her like what classes she's gonna take, and apparently she's supposed to be super skilled in combat,
which she wasn't.
Well, it's not about how skilled you are; it's about how capable you are of getting there. Apparently, which I thought was fucking dumb. So, are you telling me like little Timmy who thought he was gonna do combat his whole life? It's like, no, you're a Gamma. Actually,
you're the best of the best. So good job.
Wait, is Gamma the best one? You're a Beta. You're a little bitch Beta.
No, Gamma wasn't. Which one was the one? I forgot. Doesn't it also start with a G though?
It starts with an E.
Oh, it's with an E.
Yeah, but she was the highest one. I thought that was dumb, but whatever. So she starts her school life and just accepts that she's over here in a new world where things aren't whatever. Here's my question for you. Is this supposed to be a magical book or a highly advanced in technology book?
I think they're just supposed to be highly advanced, but also kind of magical because why do they have abilities? Like, what's the point?
Then, does it... I just feel like the abilities didn't matter.
Okay, so can I explain how the classes are split?
Sure, go ahead.
There's a line that Jarvis tells her. Our classes are split into 2 categories: age-based and potential-based. There are 5 subjects for each: core skills, medical science, species distinction, history and studies of society and culture. They are all age-based classes, while combat, archery, PE, chemistry, and equestrian skills are
Equestrian skills.
potential-based.
That's crazy. Well, whatever. Let's just say she starts going to school. I don't want to go through the whole book, but what I do want to talk about is the fucking library.
But don't you want to talk about the VR?
I don't fucking
Don't
care about that VR.
Don't you want to talk about the TV experience because they're so ahead of us?
Yeah, they take her and it's like
a rec room, no?
Yeah.
We can just like socialize.
Dude, she just has no common sense because they're like, yeah, look at this. Gonna put this VR headset on you. And she's like, oh, fuck, it's a real wolf. It's a real wolf.
And I thought it was so hilarious. So she was like, okay, guys, I'm like kind of scared because it's like looking at me and it's like coming closer to me. And who was it? Was it Jordan? That was like, you changed the settings, right? You changed the settings.
What does that mean? What was that actually? Like, was she in danger?
I think she was.
Then why the fuck are they putting that in a fucking rec room? Oh, Timmy died. Actually, he really wanted to see a tiger. He's dead now.
He was watching House of the Dragon. The dragon ate him.
He better not be fucking late to class. I swear to God.
I swear to God. F's all around.
That's... Okay, I'm not going to get angry. I'm not going to get angry.
I think there was like a new update that it made it more realistic. So now it could actually harm you.
Update.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course.
In the rec room?
Yeah, in the rec room. Anyway, so okay,
the library.
What about the library?
She's going to school, by the way. She's really good because she studies a lot. Also, her roommate DC is in one of her classes, and DC's just like a bitch to her for no reason.
And she's literally just like, "Don't ever fucking talk to me. Don't ever fucking look at me. Just don't."
But it's also funny because DC like gets her in trouble the first day, and the teacher believes in DC, and I'm just like, wouldn't the teacher see that DC's kind of been a bitch to everyone? Like, you're just gonna believe this bitch? Okay, whatever.
Well, DC was there first, so maybe that's why.
I hate it.
Again, back to my earlier point of there can be no like nice girlfriends around. We can't have girls be friends in this fucking book.
Okay, remember that. Also, women friendships matter so much. They matter so much to me. I feel like every woman should have a woman friend.
Especially in this age demographic.
Yes.
For the book.
Yes, dude. Yes. Put DC to the side for now because I'm going to talk about that bitch later. So, the library. Mm-hmm. It's just alive. It's alive.
It's living.
And she's like, what do you mean it's alive? It's like, no, that's actually really concerning. So, you guys are inside of a living... No, yeah, it's just alive. Mm-hmm. And it chooses people, by the way. And apparently, it chose Alex. And to be chosen means that the library will show you things that it doesn't show other people. And she was like, well, how many people know about this? Mm-hmm. Well, you, the headmaster, Jarvis. Yeah, speaks like as much people as fingers I have. Mm-hmm. This is everything. Mm-hmm. You can get everything that's ever happened in history. And you're letting a fucking girl like library adventures. Yeah. What the fuck? That's so crazy that they're not making this a bigger deal. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, it is crazy.
I'm going crazy. So she's over here like, I'm going to go to the library with my best friend Jordan and Bear. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to have adventures. And every time she goes, she has like near-death experiences, but also is like learning... I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck she's learning, but apparently she matters.
Somehow she matters. I can't remember how, to be honest, because wasn't there a moment when she like falls into a whole other fucking world?
The second time, yeah.
Yeah, and so she falls and there's an old man there,
Camden,
right?
Lord Camden.
Yeah, and he's just like, wow, you're really important. And I forgot what he says to her.
Why am I important? I don't fucking get it. But honestly, even if he said something, I still wouldn't fucking get it. Because she's doing nothing to figure out what her ability is. Mm-hmm. She's doing nothing to find her power. This apparently other power that she has. And if I were in her position, I would be doing everything to figure out what I have.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. She's having library adventures.
But hold on. I'm a little bit confused about something. Because wasn't it the second time that she runs into Avon, which is the white-haired guy?
She runs into him during a lockdown.
Yeah, so no, weren't they like outside or something? They were like in the fucking bushes, I think.
During a lockdown. She left. So
she runs into him and he's like, okay, did you figure it out yet? And she tells him, wait, hold on. Did you even go here? Because I'm concerned that this lockdown is happening because of you. And he's just like, no, yeah, I used to go here. I'm actually looking for the headmaster. Is he in? Oh, he's not in? Oh, that's fine.
This feels like that thing they teach kids when they're like, when a stranger asks if your parents are home, tell them your parents are home.
Yeah.
Okay. No, he's not here, actually. I'm unattended.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to go anywhere you tell me to.
Literally. And I thought it was so funny how she tells Avon, oh, by the way, I haven't discovered my power. And he's like, I don't care about that. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
What I want is your other ability.
Yeah, because she said, I haven't discovered my gift. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't care about your fucking gift. I want your power. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, Okay.
She's like, well, I have neither. So and then
sucks.
he just like disappears. So
you know what I think is funny? How the author just constantly has to remind us, like, okay, I know he's fucking hot. I see it. He's so fucking hot. Greek god status. He kind of look a little evil though. And then he says one thing. I know he's hot. Like, I get it. Like, author's note, author here. I know he's hot, but he's evil, okay?
Don't forget that.
Dude, I almost did.
I almost forgot.
But you reminded me 30 times. So thank you so much. He is a Greek god, but he's evil. Yeah.
Like, I expected.
Like an evil Greek god?
I honestly expected that, so.
Okay, whatever. So she finally tells Jarvis, by the way, this man, he came up to me and he's being creepy. Man.
Well, before she tells him, the reason why she tells him is because didn't she look into like the school history book to try to find him? And
it's funny because in her mind, she was like, no way someone this hot went here. I think she has a moment where like the only reason she's interested is because of his attractiveness.
Yeah, but she's trying to guess also how old he is. And she's like, there's no way he's older than 25. So when she's looking at the yearbook or whatever, history book, I don't remember what it was. She's just like, I can't find him. No way he's that old.
Yeah. So she brings it up to him like, he said he came here. Apparently he didn't. Or I can't find any evidence that he did.
Yeah.
He's a little creepy, but yeah. And then Jarvis is like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We'll look into it.
Thank you for telling me. Next time, tell me a little earlier, maybe. I don't know.
So nonchalant.
Mm-hmm. But then she eavesdrops on Jarvis talking to, I forgot who. And in this conversation, Jarvis is frantically worried. He's like, I swear to God, if this bitch aligns with Avon, we're dead. We're dead, bro. It's over for us.
What does that mean, though? Like, I don't.
And then also, she's a young 16-year-old girl. So in her head, she's like, why would I align with him?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I would never do that.
Like, no, I get it, though. Like, he's hot, but, like, he's evil.
He's, like
I
evilly
get it,
hot.
But he's hot. No, but he's evil. She's, like, struggling. I
honestly thought that the direction of where this book was headed was that Avon was going to be evil, but it was going to be like understandably evil. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then she would be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to go with this guy because he's hot and I feel bad for him.
But he's evil, but he's hot.
Yeah.
So I will say, I would have liked if it went that direction. I would have liked if she experienced her first year, but then by the end of her first year, the second book would be her with Avon. Mm-hmm. That would have been interesting for me.
It's not how it happened, though.
No, because the entirety of this book, I feel like the things that were important to the plot was around 30 pages of this whole book.
Seriously?
I went to school with her.
God,
I went to school with her.
That's how I felt. I was like, I'm trying to also figure out my power and my ability.
Yeah, I need to go to my equestrian classes because fuck, I'm not going to pass that test. Mm-hmm. I was in it. Unfortunately. And
yeah.
I don't even fucking understand the Christmas thing.
Okay, before the Christmas thing.
Okay.
Do you remember the night thing?
Camden, right? Night Camden?
So, I'm a little bit confused. She saved this knight?
Yes.
And then he just became loyal to her?
Yes.
Was he in the library?
Yes. But not really. Like, it led her somewhere else.
Okay, so
I think that's what the library does.
Okay, so after she saves Camden,
yeah,
he's like,
anything, bitch.
Anything
Ride
you
or die.
want. Call my name. I'll be there, girl. Mm-hmm. So now she has this loyal servant.
Yes.
Okay, Christmas. So
wait.
It's not named Christmas, though.
No, it's named something else. Mm-hmm. Right before Bear invites Alex to Christmas, I like how he has a moment like, yeah, they're going to be so excited to see you, because you're really pretty. And she goes like, ew, what are you saying? And they always have moments where they're like, hello, Alex, you're like really hot. Like, don't you see that?
Alex, do you own a mirror? You're very hot.
Because you're like really hot.
You're beautiful.
And they'll say it like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, they'll never bring it up again until there's like a moment where they talk about it. It's always a window.
I think it's so funny how these books are all the fucking same.
Yes.
It's always like, no, I'm just a basic average girl, ordinary girl.
And they're like, no, everyone's looking at you,
Everyone
Alex.
thinks you're very hot, Alex.
Yeah, you're like hot. You're sexy, Alex. What? Like, I fucking, and the thing is, it's like, no, but you're hot, but you're like a sister to me. It's like, bitch, I met you a week ago. Okay? Like, what the fuck?
Like, if she's so hot, why is it that neither Bear or Jordan want anything with her?
No.
Romantically. Unless.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I doubt
right?
it too.
And because I don't know if you ever watched Oran Host Club. It's funny because I mention it. I never watched it either. But I know that there's these two characters that are like twins. And I thought it was really cute because the characters remind me a lot of Jordan and Bear, where they're just like, they mess around with the main character and will flirt with her, but they don't really like her. Except one of the twins does. But he's just kind of like, I feel like if I say something, though, my twin's just going to take her away because that's kind of the dynamic. And that's kind of what I wanted between them. Like, maybe Bear is the one that likes her, but because Jordan is the socialite, maybe he thinks he's like entitled to her. I don't know. That would have been too complex. So we'll just keep it at hot and sexy.
But wait, wasn't there a moment between Jordan and Alex? I could have sworn there was a moment where I was like, "Whoa, is this going somewhere?"
First of all, Jordan did want her to pretend to be his girlfriend, but only because of misunderstandings of like, apparently they thought Jordan and Bear were going out. They're not. But also weird gay joke to throw in there.
I know. What's so wrong with that?
What's so wrong? Yeah, if I want to love my bro, I can love my bro.
Yeah.
And
I would have been fine with it.
That felt like an outdated joke. That was just kind of like, okay, that was whatever. So they go to Bear's house first, and it kind of reminds me of Ronald Weasley, where it's just a lot of people in one house.
Yes,
right?
I got the same vibe too, even though I've never read Harry Potter.
It feels like that.
Because I know that there's a bunch of redheads.
Yeah. The Weasleys, first of all.
Because I was thinking about all of Ron's siblings, and I was like,
Yes.
whoa.
It very much
This is
felt
Harry
like
Potter.
that. And they hella accepted Alex immediately.
Yeah, everyone was super nice. The grandma got her a gift.
Yep.
That was meaningful, but I forgot what it was.
Also, she got them all gifts. And for some reason, she got them from a bookstore that wasn't there, but it was there. And she got them things that are like ancient and worth a lot of money and everything. And when everyone was about to freak out about it, the grandma was like, no, guys, chill. And everyone did.
But she didn't even pay for any of the gifts. The bookstore owner just gave them to her.
But it was...
She also got DC a gift. But I don't think we ever got to see the moment of her giving these gifts because I think she left shortly after that.
No, she did give the gifts.
I don't remember.
She did give the gifts, and it was slowly becoming eerie because it was like, this is 600 years old. How do you have this? This is like illegal to have. How do you have this? And it was like a huge thing. And that's when the grandma was like, they're gifts, guys. Accept the gifts.
Yeah.
But
no, I would throw it away.
But it was made out of Moyorn metal, which is a type of people that no longer exist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so it's a really big deal. But she was like, it was at the bookstore. And when they went to go check, the bookstore's not there anymore. Whatever. I don't fucking care about that shit.
It was interesting.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't remember them seeing the gifts.
So it's okay because it never fucking comes back again. I wish that the gifts she would have given Jordan and Bear would have made them better fighters. You know what I mean? Would have been their thing. It's like, you're a charmer. I don't know what a charmer would do. You know what
little
I mean?
Charm.
Like, or like giving
Look
Jordan,
at my pretty ring and be more charmed by this.
I would have liked if Jordan got like, I don't know, like a cloak that like can mask him for, I don't know, something like that.
Oh, that would have been really cute.
But
now I'm bummed that it wasn't that thoughtful.
It was just things that they would have liked. And so they end the holidays there, but then they go to Jordan's family because he's a socialite. So his parents are really uppity and he doesn't like his parents, but once a year they kind of parade him around in front of their friends and like, look at my son. He's so look at him. I don't know what they say.
Yeah.
So
I still have a son.
yeah. Oh my God. So that's kind of fucked up because can I just say this felt so much like fan fiction. Trigger warning for family loss. But didn't it kind of feel like the mention of unaliving in this was just kind of thrown in there?
Yeah.
There was nothing.
I think the point of it was to make us care more about Jordan, which, to be honest, I did.
I already fucking love that bitch.
And basically, his brother had unalived himself. And that's why...
That's why he went from being spoiled to caring a little more. Mm-hmm. And I get it too, but it just kind of felt like it wasn't needed. Mm-hmm. Like, or it could have been mentioned in a different way. But it was mentioned, and then Jordan and Alex have a moment where they're dancing, and it's like, did Bear tell you? And it's like, yeah, he did. And it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And then she has a moment where like, well, it always kind of feels like I'm also the weird one out. So maybe we could just be the weird one out together. And yeah. Okay. She walks away. And for some fucking reason, I imagine this like you're in the fucking bathroom washing your hands. I don't know where the fuck she was. I just imagined her somewhere very neutral. And the dad comes and is like, you think I'm not gonna come and look at my disgusting son's friends? Disgusting friends? What the fuck are you doing here? And it's like,
wasn't she in his office? Because I think
why?
she was looking for something, but I don't remember what. Or no, she was looking for the bathroom because she was like, "Where is the bathroom?"
I imagined it like that. But she goes into his office. He just is so mean to her, and then hurts her,
cuts her.
Why? What was the point in that?
I don't remember, to be honest.
But I like how her first reaction was like, I can't let Jordan or Bear see this.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Like, what do you mean? Why?
I would tell,
yeah.
Hey, nice party. Your dad just hurt me.
But somebody else was there too.
The teacher was there. Fletcher, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was a teacher she hadn't had yet. Mm-hmm. And was like, hey, you want to go back to school with me? What the fuck? You're just gonna... is this allowed? But okay. She goes back to school and calls her friends. Hey, sorry I left. I just hitched a ride with my... Don't really have this teacher yet, but I'm going to have this teacher next semester teacher. Mm-hmm.
Again, I feel like this is another thing in these types of books where it's like you just don't want to hurt your friends' feelings. You don't want to burden them. So you're just going to carry that with you.
But the thing...
And then leave.
Okay, can I say something? Sorry, I don't want to talk about Harry Potter and compare it, but Harry Potter I know so deeply. In Harry Potter, the reason Harry didn't want to burden his friends is because he knew how much weight his name carried. And the fact that he was alive, how much weight that carried. Mm-hmm. And when it became kind of like, it's just always about you, Harry, he was like, okay, I'm not going to make it about me then. I'm not going to talk about me because apparently that's what everyone fucking talks about. No one's talking about Alex. So if you're getting hurt, if you're going through things, I think you should want to tell people.
Because I feel like it's not... I feel like people... know that she's like a chosen one, but it's not supposed to be known. Like it's only like a select few that do know that something about her is going to be really special.
I want to cut to the end. Let's bring back DC.
Oh, DC. Okay.
There's like a moment where she doesn't go home and she stays with DC.
That's when she comes back from Christmas because DC didn't leave for the holidays, so she was kind of like, "Oh, you're still here," and then so they kind of have a little bit of a moment.
Yeah,
and
where
DC,
they're kind of friends.
Yeah, and DC was like nice to her, I guess.
But I want to talk about, because so much nothing happens in between. She goes to school again. You see her take her finals. She straddles her teacher, which was crazy to me. Mm-hmm. Whatever. And I understand it's a fighting class, but the way it words certain things, weird.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
No. So let's go to the end where they have another lockdown, and fucking Avon, is that, am I saying his right name right?
Mm-hmm.
Comes with like this butler guy. I don't know who the fuck he comes with, but he holds Alex and DC hostage, and it's funny because he's not asking anything, you know? And he's just kind of like, okay, you girls are just going to be here. And then Alex is like, fine, I'll say it. I'm not from Medora. I'm not.
It's because you want to take over Fran. I knew it.
I'm not from Medora. And you're going to try to get it out of me that I'm not from Medora. But I'm never going to like admit I'm not from Medora, but I'm not.
Yeah.
You know?
And I thought it was so fucking funny. Like, I genuinely laughed because Avon looks at her and he's like, oh, okay. I didn't give a fuck about where you were from.
Yeah.
That's literally not what this is about.
I don't care where you're from, and I don't care that your roommate's a princess. And it's like, DC's a princess? It's like, yeah, she's princess. What's her name? Declan?
I don't remember.
But she's apparently a princess. And then he's like, no, I just need your power because I want to go back to the Mjorn people, whatever.
Which is where DC is the princess from.
Yes.
So
they should have taken her.
Yeah.
I think they tried taking her, actually. And no, they tried getting Alex to kill her.
Well, the only reason why they were even using her to begin with was because they thought that they were friends. And so they thought that if they hurt DC, then Alex would be more obliged to do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Yes.
The whole time, well, in the beginning, I was like, why would she even care? Like, I
say
just
something
be like,
too?
all right, whatever.
There was a moment where they needed the I don't know if I'm saying this word.
Mayorin.
Mm-hmm. They needed the metal to do something. And she tells DC like, hey, DC, do you still have that locket I gave you for Christmas? And DC just goes, I wear it every day.
I've never taken it off.
Okay, bitch. We've never had a conversation until yesterday. You've worn it every single day.
Yeah. You blame her?
Yeah. I have it right next to the tattoo of your name.
I thought it was kind of sweet, though, because she's a princess and she has to be very cautious on who she becomes friends with. So, whatever. It could have been cuter, but
at the end, I feel like this should have been the end. You know what I mean? This should have been where the book ended. Because I feel like right after this, there's just more.
Oh my God, wait. Before we continue, I thought it was so fucking funny. Before it's even revealed that DC was a princess, he was like, until then, I feel the need to apologize, Your Highness, since I doubt these accommodations are up to your usual standard. I'm afraid it can't be helped considering the circumstances. No need to patronize me, Alex said. Frowning at the unnecessary title.
That's funny. She just made it about her.
He was like, I wasn't talking to you, Alexandra. It's the same fucking thing as her being like, okay, you want to take over Frey, and I get it. We have so many cool things.
I didn't want to take it over. I know you want to get there.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh my God, Alex.
He really thought that he was calling her Your Highness.
That's so fucking funny. The rest of the book is more school. It's more school.
Well, hold on. Why? Okay, what does Avon want? He wants to take over Marin, I think is what it's called. And if he does this, it's called Maya.
Maya?
Maya.
Okay, sorry. I was listening to the audio, so I didn't know. Maya.
So why does he want to take over Maya? Do you remember?
I have no fucking idea.
He was actually from there. He was a prince, but he was because of a rebellion that he led. He was the banished prince now, and so that's why he needed Alex to get into the library, because even though he's a prince, they wouldn't have allowed him in the library. I don't know, because now he's the banished prince.
So, like I said, why is this library at just a regular school?
You don't get it.
You're right. Get it. You don't get it, Your Highness. That's fucking funny. I forgot about that. Well, this story ends with DC, Jordan Bear, and Alex.
Well, how did they get rid of Avon?
I don't fucking remember.
The night.
I don't care about night, Kaden.
Don't you remember?
Camden. I don't care about that night.
DC said something that reminded her of this loyal night, and she was just like, oh my gosh,
you're right,
someone can save us.
Whatever, he goes away, because of Night Camden. Night Camden helps.
Avon's like, curse you, I will be back,
and then he leaves. So then the rest of the book is just 4 friends just really being friends, and I think Alex has a moment like, how can I let this all go?
Didn't she have an opportunity to leave?
Yeah.
Like, I remember she was at the library, and then all of a sudden there was a moment that was like, you can go back home. And she was like,
okay.
But why would I? I have such good friends here.
Dude.
And this is before she became friends with DC.
And the reveal of the headmaster having been there the whole time, it was fucking Darius.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember Darius.
Me neither.
But apparently he was the headmaster the whole time, and she was like, well, why did you bring me here, And he was like, well, you could fucking leave. Yeah. Now that I've given you the experience, if you don't like it, you can leave.
Yeah.
And her first thought is like, I can't leave. They need me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And I thought it was so funny how Darius was like, you could have left.
You could have.
You could have, but you didn't.
Think about that, Alex.
Also, I'm sorry, I had to highlight this. Honor my butt. It's just like, this story feels so young.
It's really young. The jokes they made, like I said, should have stayed in my mind. They should have stayed on fanfiction.net. They should not have been on printed paper.
Yeah, because Darius says something about honor, and her response is, honor my butt.
Got him.
Got him. Roasted.
Fuck. You decimated him. I can't. This book ended.
She goes home, though. She's gonna go home. That's how
by the end of it?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Harry Potter, though, where like you go home for the summer, but you'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be back.
Yeah. Which is so interesting, because how does time work here? Like, what's the difference in time in
normal.
both? How?
It's just normal.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm gonna hate though? I'm gonna hate her going home and the book. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it, dude. Let's bet.
I don't want to bet.
No, please.
No, you didn't bet with me last time, so I'm not betting. Bet? You owe me $5,505. So I'm not betting with you.
Have you seen that joke where it's like, I always think about the money I owe people, and it's like, well, you owe me $300, and it's like, I think about it every day. That's not.
I think,
dude.
About
I
it.
bet you.
Also, wait.
Okay.
The way that this ends is that she is thrown into the air toward her world. She was filled with calm reassurance that her journey was not an end. It was only the beginning. That's how it ends.
Okay. I bet you my life, my soul, my heart.
Please don't.
Okay. I bet you my signed Angels Before Man book. I'm going to bet you that.
That's very important for you.
It's very important to me. That's how much I believe this is going to happen. Mm. Book 2 is going to start with her still in her human world. I don't know if her parents are going to be there. I don't give a fuck if her parents are there. And it's going to be her doing something, and she's going to do it wrong. And she's going to be like, silly me. I'm not in Medora. They don't do it like that here.
Oh my
That's good. Do you feel it? I'm like, it fuels me how much that's going to happen, and I'm going to see it.
Yeah. I feel like it might happen that way because, like you said, this is your young humor. So I feel like you're tapped in.
Calling it. It's either going to be that, or it's going to be her parents like, are you sure you don't want us to come? Like, we're not going on a trip. Like, we can come to your school. You can see your dorm. No, it's okay. And it's like, my parents think I'm going to this school. Little do they know.
Oh my
God. And then
God.
she jumps in. And that's how the book starts. You know? Mm. My mind, my beautiful mind.
Your mind is so beautiful.
The work, yeah. Apparently, it was enough to put it on paper, dude. It's funny. I'm not actually coming for her, but it just feels like every single Harry Potter fan fiction that was on fanfiction.net. It just feels like that.
And you've read them all, so
someone's
you
OC.
would know.
It's someone's OC. Before we end it, before I say those 2 words. How did you feel about the fact that the powers didn't matter? Because they didn't.
Oh god, we didn't even say what is her power.
Did it say? What was hers?
Remember? Oh my god, I have to find
reveal it to me because I didn't even know it mentioned her power.
What is it?
Is it love?
No.
Okay, wait. You got to read it for me though, like verbatim. I want to experience this because I know it's going to drive me crazy.
Hold on.
Okay,
so this is Darius and her talking, okay?
Okay. When?
Near the end.
Okay.
They're talking about Avon because he's like, what did you feel? Like, what did you feel when you were around him?
He was sexy.
And she was like, I wanted to please him, to do whatever he said. I think I was pretty much willing to do anything he asked. Is that something all Mayarans can do? No, they're all enchanting, as you would remember from the picture I showed you months ago. But Avon Delmarta has an unnatural amount of charisma, much more than most of his kind possess. Even under normal circumstances, it's very difficult to defy him.
So he just has charisma.
Can you imagine if he was like, he asked me to fetch, and I did.
I did that. How could I say no?
So Darius continues. He says, you, however, were able to resist his allure on more than one occasion, if I've heard correctly. Such continued resistance is beyond admirable. It should have been near impossible, which only confirms my theory about your gift.
Oh my God.
She says, and what is it? He smiles at her impatience and says, I believe your gift. I believe your gift is your strength of will, Alex. Your willpower. And I put, this bitch almost ate dirt.
Yeah, it is my willpower.
And she's just disappointed. She's like, wait, are you sure? I'm positive.
Oh, dude.
There's no other way you could have disregarded his direct order.
That's true.
While claimed and broken out of his hold.
Yeah.
So that's her gift, willpower. So remember when the beginning when I said remember the beginning when I said that Bear's ability isn't the dumbest one here?
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid.
It's willpower though.
Wow.
She actually wasn't gonna eat it.
So it's kind of like Bella, you know, she's a shield.
Yeah.
She can just like not listen to you. Cool. That's so impressive. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed.
The fact that there's powers, I wish there would have been, because like, what the fuck? Willpower and charisma and charm, and then one dude can turn fucking invisible?
Yeah.
Why is he not the main character? I want to know more about Jordan.
I think he's a little bit cooler. I'm just saying.
I fucking can't. I can't believe. I didn't even remember that was her power. And honestly, had we continued reading the books, I don't think it would have fucking mattered that that's her power.
Yeah, I don't think it matters either.
So we are going to continue, right?
Oh, I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
I kind of...
You keep saying we are, but I mean, I never agreed to this.
I think that Raz should reach out to us one more time and be like,
keep going, girl.
Come on, girlies.
Please
keep going.
Because
there's a little part of me that's down. I'm going to be honest with you. I want to see who she ends up with. Actually, why don't we just look it up right now?
You want to look it up? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Who do you think she ends up with?
I am still kind of convinced that she's going to end up with Avon. Unless there's like this other character who wasn't that big in this book that is going to become more important later on.
Yes.
Huh?
It's someone else.
Oh.
It is someone else she ends up with. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I'm trying to figure out if this was originally a fan fiction.
What the fuck? Fucking Kaden, remember her classmate? Proposes to her. Where they shared their first kiss.
Wow. That's so sad. She doesn't end up with him.
She ends up with someone named Vardesia. Vardesia.
Oh.
Damn it. Now I kind of want to read it.
You want to?
I knew that her and Kaden had a little thing though. In this book.
Who is Kaden again?
The one from her fighting class that carried her back to her dorm.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Dude,
remember.
like I said, I was in it.
You didn't even remember the willpower part, so
doesn't matter.
You checked out.
To anyone. Wait, hold on. What did you rate this book?
Listen, I laughed a little bit.
You
so
laughed,
I
you
feel
loved.
like it's not fair to give it a 1 because I laughed.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed a couple times. I feel like you're right. I think if I would have read this when I was younger, I probably would have eaten it up.
Yes.
But, I'm no longer in the age demographic for this book. So sorry. I would probably give it like a 2.
I think I would give it a 2.5, but same reasons. Like, it was funny to me, but it's funny because of how cringy it is.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I know if I read this when I was into Harry Potter, I would have eaten this shit up.
I'm surprised. I thought you would have given it higher since, she stole this idea from you.
I mean, I don't want her to sue me. So
you're right.
I'm just going to keep it at that. But to anyone who is listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars because it really helps our podcast, that would be amazing. And if you want to leave a review requesting and recommending us another book, that would also be great. If you want to support us and they have a little bit of money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, and at the moment it really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix or coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix.
If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. I do just want to say right now, while I'm looking up the final book, Vardesia, someone made an entire Reddit post called Vardesia, The Issues. And it's all the issues they have with the book.
The last book?
Yes, I'm going to read the shit out of this series. Oh my God, I'm in it. I'm in it.
We have a lot in our TBR already.
Oh, just throw them in there, just in between. We'll do it on, I don't know, Fridays or something.
Okay, you know what?
Medora Fridays.
If you really, really want to, I am down. But how about this? Why don't we see the response for this one first?
I hope Raz is out there like, yes!
Campaigning this one.
Bitch! I'm down. I am so down. I don't know why I'm so in it, but I'm in it.
I don't know. Are you sure you want to give it a 2.5?
I don't know. It might go from a 2 to a 5.
This is your book of the year.
No, I just think it really spoke to younger me. But
of course,
that being said, if you also want to support us on social media, we do have a Fable, an Instagram, a Threads, and a Goodreads at the Book Fix Pod, and a TikTok at the Book Fix. Thank you. Why don't we read a positive and negative review? I want to read the positive.
I feel like this was a fan fiction, and I'm trying so hard to find out if it was, but I can't find it. So
I feel like it was too.
I think so too. Because it does remind me of Harry Potter, but it also reminds me of Percy Jackson. Because of how young it feels.
Can I tell you something? And I have no issue with this. I just want to say it because it happened in my class. When I was in college, I was in a creative writing class because I needed an extra class. And my professor, he used to have us bring in works and we would all discuss our works. So there'd be like a specific day for a person. They would bring in a piece and then you weren't allowed to say anything, but everyone read your piece. And so whatever they said, you couldn't mention anything. And we really took that to heart. We would never talk about it even after. The person would never say what their intentions with the writing were. I remember one day this girl brought hers and it was pages. She brought like 15 pages and we're like, fuck. And we all had to print it for everyone. So everyone got a copy and we're like, oh my, she did this in her time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She brought her Jacob X Edward fan fiction for the class to read. I have nothing against people that write fan fiction. Love that for you guys. Sitting in class, dissecting why Jacob looked at Edward that way and why it's such a taboo thing. Because she was going for like a Romeo x Juliet vibe.
Oh, because of the vampires and werewolves?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just kind of like, this is interesting. I wonder if she had brought in this book, would I have eaten that shit up? if she had brought in the first chapter. That was Lynette Noni. That was her. I went to class with her.
Oh my God. Imagine.
I don't know. I just think about that sometimes. That was a crazy experience.
But
it was okay.
But do you judge them though?
No, it was just so, it kind of took me out because I was like, you're bringing in fan fiction in a normie space.
Yeah.
There's some people in here who have never read fan fiction. Me? I read this last week.
I've seen this one. Oh my God, I'm a big fan. Please finish it, Queen.
Yeah, it was okay. I enjoyed it. I'm going to read this one. Not the whole thing, though. This comes from Brooklyn, who gives it a 5 out of 5. Embrace the wonder. Oh, did I ever. I was gifted a signed and personalized copy of this wonderfully majestic book from my lovely friend and instantly adored it. Akarnae, in my opinion, is the perfect book. When I was reading it, I had the biggest smile on my face, loving Alex's awkwardness, sheer relatability, and just how natural she leapt off the page. I adore her friends too. Jordan and Bear are equally instantly lovable. Their interactions so much fun. And Bear's family is just so precious too. His little sister and Alex had such a cute scene. And I was absolutely also loving the development and eventual bond that bloomed between Alex and DC. To say I'm excited to read the next installment is an understatement. I found myself practically fangirling over every little detail in this book, from how Alex and her friends can summon food at the tap of a screen. Oh yeah. To when it's the holiday period and they visit an establishment where everything is all rooftop accessible and everything in between. I was instantly intrigued by the wickedly charming but definitely menacing Maven too. And I'm definitely excited. Oh, his name was Maven, not Avon. Okay, I was wrong. Nervous for more of him in the future books. Maven. I kept saying Avon.
It is Avon.
It says Maven.
That's wrong.
You're wrong.
I literally looked it up.
Okay. I know I'll be thinking about this brilliantly first installment in the Medoran Chronicles for a good while to come, and that it will be the biggest smile on my face as I recall Alex's first of many adventures, though I know I'll be picking up Raelia almost immediately too, which I'm guessing is the second book.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so this review comes from Emily. They gave it 1 out of 5, and they wrote, unimaginative, repetitive, and boring. If you love mind-numbing school schedules and reading about what quirky classes are like, then oh boy, is this book for you. So much info dumping and important moments, such as introducing new characters, are told through memory expositions. Who are the cousins? They weren't there, and suddenly they're a key part of the friend group. No one knows how the magic system works, not even the people living there. It's incredibly lazy world building. How does this work? No idea, lol. That's just how it is. Those were quotes. Everything is so convenient and cliche. She can create doors without knowing how. She's the chosen one, but her gift is lame as fuck. Also, the strange sexualization of the woman. Bear and Jordan calling her and her friends hot, and that's that. And that's the only reason they'd want to be friends. The creepy old man hitting on the supposed 16-year-old, not to mention that they all act like they're 12-year-olds.
Yep.
Haha, dicks. I forgot about that. What? I legitimately burst out laughing at DC's nickname. Who thought that was a good idea? Overall, this is a book better suited for children than young adults and should have been marketed differently. I forgot that her nickname was Dicks.
I forgot that too. Oh my God. I really want to keep reading.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye. We should pick up the second book. So interested.
We can't say that though. Anytime we say on the podcast that we're gonna read something, we never read.
And we're never gonna talk about it again.
We never.
As soon as this turns off, we're gonna be like, who the fuck is Alex?
Who's Dix? I don't know.
No, I'll remember Dix. That's so fucking weird.
She was like, you call me Dix.
Because we want to read, I say we want to read this series so bad. I feel it. I feel it between us. I feel the energy. I really want to continue the Uglies. I want to read it.
We need to read it. Someone told us to.
Dude. Oh. What do we do?
But this series, how many books is there? I think there's like 8.
There's like, let me figure that
out. That's a whole
year.
It's going to take us so long.
Lynette. The Prison Healer. She's got more bangers.
The Prison Healer. Oh my God, I know that one.
Do you?
Well,
that's one of hers.
I feel like that one's really popular. I think.
There's a lot of little like 0.5s. I think it's funny when they're like, oh, it's a book 2.2. It's like, why is it not a 0.5? Be honest with me. Why didn't you? That's not.
No, it's between the between. Okay.
There's 6 books, but there's like a 4.5. There's a 5.1.
I'm not reading the points.
You know I'm reading. Oh, I'm reading everything. Second one's Ray Lee.
Are you sure this isn't your book of the year? Because you seem this. I've not seen you this excited.
I think it's because, like I said, I hated it so much that I think in my mind.
You didn't hate it though.
No, I think in my mind there's just a thin, transparent line of hate and love. That because I did hate it. I was texting you while I was listening to it, like how bad I hated it, and I kept listening, and I was like, hey, wait a minute.
You're like, wait, I kind of love it.
Maybe I'm in Medora. Maybe I'm there with her. What would be my gift?
Willpower,
my
of course.
gift, listening really well. That's my gift.
What would my gift be?
It needs to be something lame too. It needs to be something that you do anyway.
Just like
being
sleeping.
A good friend.
Being a good friend.
No, you don't get it. It's like being a good friend, but like
I'm a really good
friend. You picked me up from the airport.
That is
friend.
a really good friend.
Yeah.
Oh my god.